What's up, what's up, what's up? This your boy JG back with another video on music tips and reviews with JG. Always appreciate y'all support. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you'll be updated on all my latest content. You know, I love music. You know, I'm a songwriter, producer as well, and so I just love music and just everything about, you know, even showing you guys, you know, my love for music. You know, I was thinking about getting into this ranking of Chris Brown albums. Legendary artist. I believe he's the closest to Michael Jackson. You know, despite, you know, all the issues he's been through in the past, you know, different issues like with Rihanna and all that stuff, I think he's still one of the most talented artists, you know, musical artists out there. And so I'm gonna get into my ranking, but before I get into that, I got $ jgilzva, my Cash App, if you want to support, and also if you want to, you know, me to do a song request, if you want to have a song request, you know, you want me to react to, feel free to send me a Cash App, and also the song you want me to react to. Make sure it's not strong content or explicit content in the song, and I'll do that. But if it has, you know, give me edited version, I'll do edited version of it. And so also have super chat. You know, if you watching the premiere, send a comment what you think the rating should be, the ranking should be of Chris Brown albums. So this is gonna be a good one. This was kind of tough, but you know, I had to do what I had to do. You know, this was kind of tough. You know, it might change over time, you know, my opinion about the ranking of these albums. So I'm gonna bring up the list of the albums. You know, the Wikipedia. Bring up the Wikipedia of the albums. We're gonna check them out. And so I'm gonna start. My number 10, I'm gonna have to go with Royalty. Royalty was okay. It was a good album. I think it won a lot of publicity on this album. I think during this time he was really, you know, maturing. I think, you know, the name of the album named after his daughter Royalty. You see her on the front of the cover. When I bring it up, you know, you see her on the front of the cover. You know, he was, you know, still a RSCA, and he had his own label, CBE. And the big song up here was Back to Sleep, Liquor, Zero, a Little More. I love that song, A Little More. Other songs I like up here is Who's Gonna, Nobody. I like that song as well. And Make Love. I love that song as well. But I think it was a decent album. I think it just didn't get the notoriety that it could have gotten. And it's something about when these artists, they do like real sentimental themes to, you know, albums, especially male artists. You know, the sales, you know, it tends to go down. Like when I was talking about Usher with Here I Stand, you know, he got married at the time, and you know, you kind of lose fans, you know, because you attached to something, and you know, he was attached to his children. He had a daughter, and you know how things go. But I think this album had a lot of fillers to me, honestly, and so that's why I, you know, picked it as number 10. Number 9, I'm gonna have to go with X. X was a good album, but again, I think it was a lot of fillers. But I think it was a little stronger than Royalty. Now, Loyal was a good song. New Flame, but they was the only songs that really was kind of the standout songs. Autumn Leaves was okay. It was kind of a subtle track, very cinematic track. I love the interlude, Lady in the Glass Dress. I like that track. I thought that was a very good track. And the song with Brandy, Do Better. There's some other songs I like up here. Time for Love, I like that song as well. And the song with R. Kelly, Drown in It. Of course, you know that's a sexual song. But X was okay. That's my number 9. He had 10 albums in all, and so that's my number 9. My number 8, Graffiti. Around this time he was, in and off. This was like right after the Rihanna situation. This album didn't sell as much because of that, of course. But I think it was some good writing on this album. I like Crawl and So Cold. I like the song with Take My Time. I Can Transform You was okay. It was an okay song. Of course, it was a hype, energetic song because Swiss Beats was on the track and Lil Wayne. So of course it was an energetic type song. And when this first came out, I was I was really proud of Chris Brown really rebounding from what he had, previously went through during this time. So my number 8 is Graffiti. My number 7 has to be Breezy. This was his latest album. It didn't sell a whole lot as much as some of the other albums, but it was a decent album. I think he showed a lot of hip hop elements to his artistry. He had a lot of features on this album. I like Pitch Black. I like Catch a Body. Sex Memories with LMA. Warm Embrace. That was a good song as well. A lot of good ones. Iffy. I think it was a decent album. It was just a whole lot of features on this album. But he started getting to these real long albums. I'm not a big fan of big albums, but he do pretty good with it. You get used to it. As time goes by, him doing long albums. And so Breezy is my number 7. My number 6 album is Heartbreak of a Full Moon. I think this album should be number 6 on my list. It was a decent album. This is the first time he did very long albums. This was the first one after, I believe this was after Royalty album. Privacy was a very good song. I like Privacy. I like the vibe of that. Questions. Tempo. Party with Usher. I like that song. Grass Ain't Greener. That was a good song as well. He had some pretty good, dope songs that I think were underrated though on this album. Singles that was very underrated. I'm just not a fan of big, long albums, like 30 something tracks. I think the most should be on the album is at least 16 to me. But like I said, I got used to it, so I expect from now on Chris Brown to do long albums. That's what he do now. So Heartbreak of a Full Moon was my number 6. Number 5, I have to go with Indigo. I gotta go with Indigo. Indigo, I think it was a little better than Heartbreak of a Full Moon. I love Undecided on here. I love the song with Back to Love was okay. It was okay vibe. It wasn't my favorite Chris Brown song. Come Together, I love that with her. I think that could have been a single as well. Heat, No Guidance. I think this album had bigger singles. Undecided. I love that song as well. The Side End. I like that song. Early 2K featuring Tank. You know, him and Tank always do great songs together. And so that's my number 5. You know, as far as Chris Brown albums. And so I'm gonna get to my number 4. Again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. And so my number 4 is Fortune album. I think Fortune was a good album. I just love the cinematic vibe of this album. I think it had great production, great songwriting. Money Long, she wrote a few songs on this album as well. I love Turn Up the Music, produced by the Underdogs. Don't Judge Me, Strip, that was good, and Sweet Love, Don't Wake Me Up. Money Long wrote that song, Don't Wake Me Up. She went by Priscilla Renee at the time. So yeah, that's my number 4. I think it was a good album, very good album. I love the album conceptually. All the songs kind of was in the same vibe. Each song was cohesive with the song before it. So I think it was well put together. I love the album cover as well. And so number three is Exclusive. I love Exclusive. I think this is he really went mainstream. The first album he was kind of urban, and then he got, his fame really got big on this album. Kiss Kiss, I love that song. Take You Down, With You. Shout out to Stargate and Jonte Austin on that song. Underdogs with Take You Down. T-Pain, Kiss Kiss, that was good. Wall to Wall, written by Sean Garrett. Very good songs on this album. But I feel, even though this song had a lot of good albums, I think it felt like this album was just put together. It wasn't very cohesive to me as much as the other albums earlier in his career. But yeah, Exclusive was a good album. I believe Exclusive was a good album. So number 2 is I think number 2 should be Fame. Fame was a very good album. I think he kind of really rebounded from the situations he was going through. I love Deuces. I love No BS. Look at Me Now. I had a lot of big songs on this album. She Ain't You. This was a good album. Next to You, Wet the Bed, Beautiful. I love Beautiful People. That was a good song as well. And a lot of the deluxe edition tracks like Paper Scissor Rock, that was good as well. So that's, we getting down to the crunch. That was my number 2, and now my number 1. I kind of was fighting between Fame and this album, but this is where it all began. We discovered this sound. We were like, what's this new sound in R&B? And so this whole album was just, every song was just good. This is one of my favorite Chris Brown albums. And so I gotta go with the first album, Chris Brown, for the number 1. Every song was good. Run It, Yo, Young Love, Give Me That, Your Man Ain't Me. Just all these songs. Winner, Ain't No Way, What's My Name, It's This Love. I love It's This Love. Had like a Can We Talk vibe. Poppin', Just Fine, So many good songs. Say Goodbye. Shout out to B Cox. And so yeah, that's my number one. Let me know your rating. Let me know what you would have put as number one. So I chose Chris Brown album. The first album is number one. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what you thought should be number one. Let me know. And appreciate y'all for watching. Please subscribe. And so yeah, that's my number one. The Chris Brown album. And appreciate y'all support as always. Please subscribe to my channel. And so this has been another video from your boy JG. Alright, peace.